In the realm of the spirit, it's about positions. Even we have positions of intercession. As an intercessor, you gain a position in the spirit to be a territorial intercessor. But that position, to remain there, to maintain that position, there must be people around you who God has called and assigned to be gatekeepers and watchmen, to watch over your life, to see that the enemy cannot reach you.
And powerful.
Because for you, for example, you're leading, God has given you the call and the vision. But there are those that must build the walls around you.
Yeah.
They must surround you. And when the enemy comes, must break these walls. And that's what happened to this man of God, that the walls were broken. And when the walls were broken, what happened? So his authority.
Yeah, the influence in the nations has to drop.
He has not sinned. He's not fallen in sin. The enemy has not even attacked him personally, but his influence has been low.
So was the result of that being the words that he was teaching did not carry the same level of weight. And it wasn't that his personal prayer life had gone down, just the breach around him broken. Oh my goodness, Lord have mercy.
Because, when Jesus said, if 12 of you on earth agree, so the power is, you speak the same words, but now they don't carry the same power. Like we call them power words. Like you can say Jesus, and that happens. Another one says Jesus, and miracles happen. The same word, but from a different place. So this meant the people around you, they hope that, like, they become a wall around your consecration. You see? And they know our assignment is not to compete with a man. Our assignment is to guard him. And God has assigned us this responsibility. And I want to say this, James, that many people today, men of God, have not fulfilled their destiny, not because they sinned, but because the men and the women that God assigned around them left their place. They left their position.
So strong.
Yeah. And this, many we may judge the man is not doing this, but as he was doing the work, he had to have a wall around him. And the men and the women that God had brought around him, instead, they began competing to get the same platform. All they wanted and create their own platforms.
Okay, I want. This is really deep and really powerful. I want us to go back to the storyline. So this is 97 now.
96, 95, yeah.
So the influence of his voice over the nation is coming down, and now you're able to function back in Uganda. And then what happens after that?
So when I returned to Uganda, after that, I've been functioning. 1999, I get a call. I'm summoned to go to Sicily Island. Sicily Island is in the Indian Ocean there. There's a city called Victoria. I'm called that there's a conference. So I go in this conference, and all this power, these riches, these occultic leaders
from all around the world. Like how many people are you talking?
Like 1,000.
1,000
and more. So they're in this very big hotel in Victoria City, very expensive hotel. They are there for a conference. And then they tell me, one of the reasons of this conference we want is about your country. I said, why? And they say, it's in the year 1999, and we have to be in charge of all the highways. But there's a highway, the highway of the Nile, from Uganda to Egypt, through Syria to Israel. That's the highway in the book of Isaiah. That highway, that Isaiah 19 highway, we are not in charge. We have failed to take it. And the reason we failed to take it is there's a people that have blocked that highway, and they're taking over the entire, not only Uganda, but take over the nation, the world. I say, people? Say, yes. Which people? They say, the people in your country. I say, it is impossible. Everyone, every man of God in the country, I know them. The churches, I know them. Everything, I know them. They can't be. They said, yes, there's a people, you can't see them because they are hidden in a realm of light.
Oh, so that's why even you in the territory could not see.
I could not see.
You could not perceive their activity.
The activities. But now those higher enough in the powers could see the effect of this group. So they tell me they say, there's a people. I say, which people? They tell me there's a group of women, 20 women.
20 women and one pastor.
And one pastor, a young man, a pastor, and 20 illiterate women who have taken over the territory.
Okay, now just pause a sec. For those of you listening, when I heard his testimony in 97, this is the part, including the part about John Mulinde, this is the part that arrested me. So you want to listen carefully, especially those of you who are Christians, who want to grow in the spirit, want to grow in prayer. Listen carefully to what he's about to share here. This is powerful. So there were 20 women and one pastor.
So I am in this conference.
And Sicily.
The who is who in the world is there. The important guys, the riches, and they're telling me about a group in my country which I do not know. And I could see in this conference, we had small meetings, the confusion, the terror, the fear. I never seen this. You know, when we're in the occult, you show this kind of confidence, you're in charge. But in this meeting, men and women didn't know what to do. So they're telling me there is a group. 20 women and a man. Then when they say that, listen, what happened? Maybe people may not understand this. Then I am made without my will. I am made now to begin to report what's going on in Uganda, which I don't know. So I begin to talk like I'm being taken over, and I'm now saying this is happening, this is happening, this is happening, and suddenly I mentioned the name of that pastor.
So you've lost me. So basically, a spirit is speaking through you.
A spirit speaking through me.
Telling the people the activity of what's going on in Uganda that you were not even aware. So you're pretty much, a mouthpiece for a spirit.
A mouthpiece for a spirit. And then I mentioned the name of that pastor, his name, and the power went off in that building. Like the system shut down. And I could see. So, and now they're looking at me as a traitor. Now they think maybe I've come to destroy. I'm not aware of that. But then I'm saying, what came to my mind? I know power. Why is it that when I mention that name,
you mentioned the name of the pastor, and the power went out?
And then I realized, this man for years had covered his name in the name of Jesus Christ. So you mention his name, it's as if it's the name of Jesus you're mentioning. That one, there are things that I used to see and kept wondering, maybe there may be some power than the power we have. I began doubting that meeting. First of all, I doubted. When I mentioned the power went off, there was confusion. I could see demons and all disappearing. Then I was like, what's going on? So in my mind, So I'm reporting, and they're telling me I'm reporting about the 20 women and one man. So now I'm not mentioning the name, I'm saying one man, 20 women. Now, what disturbed me at that moment? How could 20 illiterate old women be a threat to all these such powers and systems of the world? That's like I'm telling, where, okay. Then something comes in. They say, these 20 women and one man, they began a kind of prayer that the church or the Christians have never known. It has been hidden for generations, but these one have picked it and they're practicing it.
So this is what you're being told in this convention.
What are they? They are praying, they are doing what they call covenant prayer. So they had agreed, these women and their pastor, to start to pray for 90 days, every day, for 6 hours.
From 3 p.m. to 9 p.m.
9 p.m. every day. And this was their covenant, that if they are doing 90 days, and maybe on day 80 or 85 or 89, one of them misses 1 minute, they have to start again. So they had agreed that if any of them
is sick, or can't come to the meeting, or comes late, even if they're on day 89, they will reset and start from day 1.
So every one of them knew that that's how they were committed to this.
For 90 days. So let's just backtrack and talk about